G'day folks, welcome back. Now, after a long hard day chopping wood, I'm going to quickly crash here for the night for the start of this episode. It's about 20 past 6, turn it in early. I haven't had a look at what's going to be needing to be done tomorrow morning, but going to hit the sack now and we'll continue when I wake up. Anyway, it's lights out for us. I think 6 a.m. should be a good start. I always sort of go at 6 a.m. unless I've got something really big that I want to get an early start on, but I think 6 o'clock is fine, unless I've got to go to the shop or something and I've got to wait around a bit. Alright, now, wow, I was going to say what a beautiful day, but I mean it's not raining, so let's have a look at the map for a start. Okay, wow, look at that. Look at that. Maybe I should have had an earlier start. We've got 3 fields. Let's go. I'm just not going to muck around now. We are off to the field. Which one are we going to do first? Okay, I think I'm going to go for field 1. That's where all the bees are. Yeah, why not? Doesn't really matter. I want to get all 3 of them done now today, hopefully. Up. Well, can't really see much there. Hold on. Right. Just gonna get my bearings. Okay, so it's just maybe if I just hook it hard left, I can get around there. Let's get in the cabin. Okay, where are we? Here we are. That's better. So we can come right out here. Well, probably okay, but just to be sure. There we are. Okay. Now I remember this. The trailer I'm towing. It has a habit, it's very heavy on the back end for some reason, and it really pulls the harvester around a bit. So, just trying to jackknife myself, even though the turns I'm doing are relatively easy. I'm finding that the back end sort of does steer me a bit. Right, look at this beautiful golden field coming up. Now, this harvest here, it may be underwhelming at the end of it because it hasn't been prepped properly. I've pretty much seeded it fairly undeveloped. So, yeah. Next harvest though should be a lot better because I'll be making sure we've got the lime and the stones. And obviously 2 levels of fertilising. Anyway, well, actually, maybe I should come down a bit because I'm not going to get much room for the harvester to pick it up. I might even put it in the driveway a bit. It's going to go out here a bit wide. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll start it between the fields. That'll give me a bit more room to pick up the trailer. Probably about here, I think. Okay, so that's detached it. See what was behind me. I know where everything is, but I've got absolutely no vision behind me in the cabin. Harvesters are designed to go forward, not backwards. I'm talking about vision, not just being silly. The mirrors can't quite get the angles I want, so I'm having to resort to doing this. Anyway, as you can see, I'm still a bit perplexed about this portion of the field that I tried to extend, how I wasn't accepting the seeds. I'm still going to try again. I'm not going to cover it up. I'll try again, Maybe it was just because it was the first attempt at from the plough. Now that it's had a field, now that it's had a proper harvest, I'm hoping it'll seed it properly. Anyway, let's get this going. Wow, that's close to those beehives. Bee, let it rip. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. I love harvesting. It's the best part of the game, I reckon. Come on, don't muck around. Oh, that's good. Oh, just as I say that, I must have had a clipped an edge on something. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that's not what I wanted either. I want autopilot. Cruise control, that's what I was hunting. Oh, I feel like I'm going too fast here. Might have to slow it down a bit. Come on. It's just edging forward. There we go. Okay. I don't have to be right on it. Just, okay. So it gives me a better understanding of where my boundaries are. Right. Do a headland, I think. Just give me a bit of extra room for turning. Alright, let's drop that down. 3. Okay. Now I have to keep an eye out for the fill. I have got trouble hearing the warning. I know there's a mod I used to use, but even that, I think it's fairly, I don't want to say muted, because it's not muted, but it could be a lot louder than what some of these warnings are. I can barely hear them sometimes. I'm just going to go and do a lap of this field, see where that leaves me. I really have to keep my eyes open so on the that I don't fill the tank and destroy the crop. Keep going. I have to keep my eyes open for that. No doubt I have to bring the trailer around, which is good. So I might make a note of these quantities that I'm picking up on these harvests, because, as I said before, next time round I'm going to have the fields well and truly prepped. Oh, just what the heck happened there? Now that's interesting for two things. Firstly, this has got to do with the expansion. I think I just ran over that crop. I'm not nowhere near full, and it didn't. Not only didn't harvest it, it didn't destroy it. So that is really weird. Okay, I might try that at a different angle. That was very strange. Let's give it a slight angle, see if that changes. Not sure if I got anything then. Yeah, I must have got something, because it spurted out some of the what do you call it? The straw at the back. Is that what I'm looking for? I might try coming this angle. See if that makes any difference. I'm sort of upset I extended this field now, so I think I've destroyed the aesthetics and pretty much everything related to this part of the field here. How's that going? Okay. So it does harvest it, but I got to go from a different angle. Man, that gave me a heart attack. I thought I'd filled my tank and I was destroying my crop. Right, nevertheless I got to keep an eye out for it, because it's starting to fill up pretty quickly now, which is interesting, because the beehive's on the other side, so I'm not understanding what's going on there. Okay. Now that I've got some, and the other thing is, now that I've got some barley, so again, it hasn't picked up this little bit here on the edge. I might look into getting some chickens now. I've only been holding back because I didn't want to be buying the feed, but now that I'm getting some food, I just want to double check, make sure barley's okay as a feed. I think it is, I'm pretty sure it is, but I will double check. Oh boy. How's it going this time? I don't know, I don't think it is. I might try another angle later on, but that's interesting. I'll be curious to know if it does it in the other part of this field, because if it doesn't, it'll just confirm it must have been me manipulating the field. Okay, I'm really going to have to keep an eye on this the volume left in the tank in the quit that. You know, I mean, I'm probably about what, 70% full, maybe something like that, maybe 75% full. So it's not going to take much to fill this up. So, I've done that before many times, just being in my own world, especially when doing a really huge field. You sort of get hypnotised by the harvest. Just straightening the field up a bit. That's why I came in with a strange angle. I'm just trying to square it up a bit as best I can. Now, yes, I've got to keep an eye on the so pedals are a bit slippery. There must be some dust under the rubbers on my pedals. Let's clean it up later. Too late now to do it. Okay. Wow. I love harvest time. 73% now. It does tell me the percentage anyway, so 75. Let's see if I can, and that's mine as well over there. Okay, it's not going to take too long. Okay, well, it hasn't done it anywhere else, so it must have been because of the my attempt to expand the field. So we're up to 3. Keep an eye on the 76%. I should get that mod. There is a mod that'll throw out a warning, I think at about 85%. Yeah, I might see if I can get these ones here in a second. Let's try and empty that out. And maybe if I come at a different angle again, I might be able to. I hate leaving anything behind, especially at the beginning of any playthrough. We've got something, we've got sort of a bit of dust come up, but not much. Maybe this angle. Oh mate, this is painful. I've got some again. Honestly, this is ridiculous. It's guessing, it's just constantly trying different angles so I can get it. I don't think that's going to do it, is it? I'll have to leave that. I'm not spending way too much time. I'm not going to worry about it. As much as I hate leaving anything behind, I might try one more time later, but I'm going to get on with the rest of this harvest. Just going a bit deeper. There we go. Well, 90% I've really got to keep an eye out for this. I might empty it here at the end of this line here. I don't have to fill it right up. since I've got a lot of stuff to do, I want to get as full as I can. Yeah, that's good enough for me for a fill. So I'm just going to put the pipe out, tab to the tractor, grab a what do you call that? A trailer, grain trailer, any sort of trailer that can hold it. What have we got over here? You'll get this one here, it's got a nice capacity. I'm wondering if I could also, maybe I should look at that other trailer of mine, the bale trailer, set that up and see if I can attach some of these two together. That could be an option. I haven't got the time to muck around now, but whenever it becomes slow, I'll look into that. Because if I can do that, has this got an attachment on the end? I'll have a look in a sec when I get out of the shed. Doesn't appear to have a, unless I can tow it from the front for the other trailer. I might just quickly hop out here and have a quick look. Okay, so it looks like a standard sort of a ball hitch there. What's this one here? Just got a pin hitch, has it? Yeah. Okay, well, it probably won't fit then in that case. Right, let's go. I'll have to check the price of the lettuce too. Actually, I better do that now, actually. Actually, wow. I've got a bit of room, so I'm not going to panic, but I do want to check the prices. I think the lettuce is in the second half. Lettuce. No, we're at the bottom. Okay, that's, in a way that's good, because it only make me rush my day. Wish these were sliding fences, would have been good. Would have been better. Come on, mate, what are you doing? Thank you. Boy, oh boy. Looks like yes, no, yes, no. Oh, we did the right thing in the end. Okay. Where can I come in out here? Yeah, I think just here. Actually, I don't need to record it. I mean, with the quantities off each field, because you know, I'm recording it. So when I finished after recording off camera, I'll go and review how much each field I got. And I'll make a separate recording for the future. You know, to compare it to the next harvest to see how much extra came out of it. Just park that here. I'll back it up a bit. Harvest will be turning in this area. Righty, I reckon. Righty, perfect. That'll do it. Right. Okay, let's go. Cockpit. Yeah. How fast are we going? Oh, you're going 10. Okay, well that's not too fast. It seemed too fast. If something seems fast, you know, I'll always slow it down, because you know, I just find sometimes it seems a bit unrealistic. Like when I'm ploughing with that lizard plough, I think you can go faster than the speed I travel at, but I think my travel speed's about 14 kilometres or 14 miles, whatever you prefer. But I find that for me it seems like a more realistic speed. Obviously, if you're getting harder ground, you're gonna have to go slower. But yeah, so I'm not having any issues now with that that grain not cutting, it was wholly and solely because of the way I tried to extend it, and I've never had that happen to me like that. Even in previous versions, so like FS19, I've never had anything like that. The way the ground texture just would allow you to plough, but wouldn't let you to seed, and then would only let you seed at a certain angle, and then not let you harvest it when it's ready, while also not getting causing any damage, not being squashed as I'm running over it. And then if I try a different angle, which I did, it just seemed to come up trumps. But yeah, it was really strange. I'm not going to lie, that was really strange. Alright, I'm just going to go up and down now and finish this field off. I think it's going to take long now. I just wanted to give myself a bit of turning room. There's plenty of room now. I don't tend to use the assisted driving when it comes to harvesting fields, unless it's a huge field. Well then, yeah. And I almost never use helpers. Not that I think they're a cheat. In fact, I think that's the exact opposite. I think if you use helpers, you're a lot of ways you're going to be handicapping yourself. Even though they've improved them a hell of a lot, I find sometimes they can get bogged down and just basically stop and not do anything, and you don't even realise it, or they'll take an unconventional route that you don't want them to do. But having said that, and of course I don't like paying for something that I could be doing myself. But having said all that, they have come ahead leaps and bounds compared to some of the other versions of the games. One thing I have tried once, I think I was doing sugar cane. I was doing the harvesting, and I was driving a tractor, and the helper was doing the harvesting, and I was following it around doing with the trailer, so so it could be emptied. There was no overflow set up where it just went up through a conveyor belt and straight into the tractor. But that was probably the only time I really used helpers. If I was absolutely strapped to get the fields done, and I had maybe a smaller harvester, had two harvesters, one being a conventional size, maybe one being a smaller size, and I had multiple fields to get done, I'd consider it then. If it was a pretty basic sort of a field, just a double time, make sure they get harvested, because I think that'll be the ultimate crime in this game is not being able to harvest your field. I've turned the I've got to double check this, but as far as I know, I've turned the disasters, like the tornadoes and that sort of stuff off, and for only one reason. I generally like to make it harder for myself, but because I have tried it previously, but the only reason why I've turned it off it's pretty much because I think it's overdone. In the real life, yeah, sure, that sort of things happens, absolutely, but it almost becomes to a point where you expect it every harvest that it's going to happen somewhere. So that to me was just seemed a little bit unrealistic. So for that purpose, I pretty much disabled it. And if I haven't, I'll double check on it. But because it hasn't happened to me through this playfield, and that's one of the things I would have tried to disable when I set the game up. The playthrough up, I should say, maybe. Well, look, even this field is, it's taking 2 tankfuls. So I think it's going to be well over 10,000, or thereabouts at least. Actually, chickens probably isn't going to be my first priority. I know I was talking about them. I will be getting them. I kind of forgot my original priority, and that was to get the forage wagon. Now, that is definitely going to be a priority. And if I have to sell some of this grain to get it, I absolutely will. I won't think twice about it. And for that reason, I'm not going to get the chickens just yet. There's no point buying the chickens if you can't feed them. and it's pretty irresponsible to buy them and then go around and buy the food. I mean, you know, it's hardly good business sense if you got all the equipment to, you know, to grow your own food, and obviously why wouldn't you? That's pretty much the way it goes. It's common sense. Boy. I'll go up on the left side this time, I think. Oh, wow, it is filling up really quickly. I just sort of stopped looking at it. I thought I heard a warning. It might have been a warning sign because it's 75. Maybe there's an inbuilt 75% warning, but I barely heard it. Alright, you know, and if that's the case, I'd love to be able to adjust the volume. I know you can change the settings within the game XML files and so forth, and I've done similar things in the past. However, I've never found that warning. I've looked high and dry to find it, so I can just manually set the volume levels on them, you know. So it used to always caught me when I was doing silage bales. You know, although that's, you know, it doesn't really cost you, but it just means that you're constantly driving past the mark all the time. You know what I mean? Just gonna turn this engine off so I can catch up. Back over here. Alright, so how much have I got in here? 6,700. That's not going to fill. That will fill the trails, I meant to say. Probably spitting out. That's not going to completely fit in, but shit, I'll just put that back in a second. I might come back the other way because of the angle. Come back this way. Turning point on the, it's about there. Why is it going the other way? Right, there. That's right, but I think I've come too close to the trail. It'll probably go over the trail and out the other side. So just come up here a bit more. Right, there's the turning point about there. That looks about right. We'll see how we go with this. Alright, be curious to see how much I get. Okay, I am going to write down because it just might work out easier. Field 1, barley. I've got 16,227. 227 plus how much is in the tractor? 12,100. Do the calculations later. I just wanted to get the figures down. Right. Okay. I was filled completely for a start, so that's good. I'm aware that when I do the next, I'm going to have to make calculations. Either that, or maybe I'll just come back and empty it again. That way it'll be easier to be more precise. It wouldn't be the what do you call it, an economical way of doing it. It wouldn't be very efficient, but it'd be accurate just to let me know how much each field is producing. So I think I will do that for that reason. I don't think we've got problems with time. I think we've got plenty of time to get this done, so that's what I shall do. Now don't pull into the bio centre, look for the cobblestone road. Here we go. Cobblestone driveway. Now, right, now there's a silo around here. Think about there, be good. Okay. So I'll drop all that. I will go grab the other lot. But I better just also check the silo and make sure that's, see what's recorded in that. Yeah, it is actually 100, but it's just the rounding. It used to catch me out all the time. I only really discovered that too in 19 when I was playing Spectacle Island, and I thought it was a fault of the silos, and even that was like a couple of litres, literally, no more no less, out from when I dropped the whatever grain I was holding into the silo at Spectacle Island. It always seems to adjust it down by 1 or 2 litres. But I was so antsy about it, I used to actually jump into the and edit it manually, edit one of the files so I wouldn't be losing stuff. But you know, I only did that for so long. And then I read somewhere it's just the mechanics of the roundings, and it's pretty technical. Okay, so this field's done. So I shall leave this over here, right here out of the way. Actually, I might turn around the other way. That way the harvester doesn't have to compete with the front end of the tractor. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Just leave it over there. That should do it. Neighbour's crop won't mind. What's it? It was cotton last time, I think. What is it? Potatoes now. Huh. Yeah, that's always fun. Where am I here? Okay, let's chuck that in. Spin it around. Put it on cruise control. Give my feet a break from the pedals. I'll turn the engine off too. Lift it up. Okay, away we go. That is annoying, that little patch. I know it's not much, but it's just annoying. I still may come out of frustration to come back and get it. Oh boy, those brakes. Didn't want to stop. B3. Let's go. Oh, I didn't empty it after all that. But it doesn't matter, I wrote it down. I'll only record the first one anyway, because I mean they all suffered the same fate, so it'll give me some indication of how much it's increased anyway, even if I just base it on the first field. More important, I'm going to make sure how I don't, you know, I empty the trailer. I empty this tank of grain before it overfills and I end up damaging the crops. Seems like a strange shape that I'm driving it. I think I had this last time. Almost seemed like a trapezoidal shape. Trapezoid? I know there's a shape that starts with that, but I think it's a random 5-sided shape. You know, not like a hexagon where everything's equal. Hex is at 5? I think so. Octo is 8. Pretty sure hex is 5. I might have to empty it into this line. really have to keep my eye open for it. It's only saying 59%. It seems more than 59%. Almost seems like 70%. Oh, as long as it's not being overfilled. I've been noticing on the Mod Hut there's some really nice maps coming out too. You know, there's a, I'm not going to quote me for the names, but I just literally had a look about 5 minutes before jumping onto this recording, and well, there looks to be another pioneering map. I'm not sure on the size of it, but it looks big. It looks like a 4X map, but I'm not. I wouldn't want to quote myself on saying that. Looks really interesting too. So, I look forward to doing new maps, but I want to finish this one. I'm not going to. I swear I'm not going to stop halfway through to start something else. I know there's a lot of new stuff that's just arrived or coming, and I haven't tried a lot of the stuff that's come too. Even though I've downloaded it and I've paid for all the extra bits, even with my offline game that I'm playing with, can't think of the name, the Big Four. New Foundation, New Frontier. I keep saying Foundation, I don't know why, but New Frontier. Yeah, I haven't even started a lot of the new mods and expansions on that either, because a lot of my time these days have been taken up by these recordings. But don't get me wrong, I'm loving every bit of it. But I mean, I'm just a bit delayed in trying all the new stuff. Yeah. So anyway. It all looks good. It looks all sort of fun. I can't wait to. Always look good. Always look forward to trying out new stuff, especially when you've got a map that really absorbs what's been introduced. You know what I mean? Like for instance with the New Frontier, the big, huge, mungus. It's like a no man's land style game. When you get huge harvesters and huge headers and this and that, it just complements each other, whereas something like this map, if you get some old vintage equipment or undersized equipment, that would complement this map as well. And I've noticed lately, well, I've probably passed a stage of the grind in this game. There have been recently some small sized tractors, and they would have been actually, if I didn't have so much starting equipment, and I did do a proper start from scratch, like the smallest plot of land on the island and the chainsaw or something like that, then I probably would have gone for the, well, I would have gone for the newer mods. I won't say vintage, but maybe even vintage style mods that have been released, quite small, and they would have been perfect for this map. Anyway, I know there are some big. I haven't actually looked at them yet, but I've seen them on the map. When I'm looking at the map of all the fields and the plots, and I can see that there are some big fields. So when that happens, and I get to buy those blocks of land, then I could very well end up buying some much bigger equipment for those. But for fields this size, this harvester's perfect. I mean, and even, realistically, this harvester could do even bigger fields. But when we get to the huge ones, I'm more than likely going to have to. Almost got me, 98%. Wow. Okay, let's see. We're backing it up. How lucky was that? And that's what happens to me many times. I'll be waffling on, and guess what? And it'll happen. You watch. This playthrough at some stage, I am going to end up going through the field and destroying something. Oh, that's empty, so that one can probably stay. Alright, 3. I'm really sorry I messed up this portion of this edging right here. I really am. I'm wondering if I can tidy it up with I might try that actually. What do you call it? The landscaping. Maybe if I run a land leveling. I don't know what you call it, modification to the map. Maybe it might fix the issues at the of it not ploughing properly, or not seeding properly, as I should say. Yeah, I might do that. I won't be leveling it, but I'll be smoothing it, using the smoothing tool in the game to do that. I'll just do it very mildly, and actually I'll probably even do that before I put the seeds down. Before I even plough it, I'll do that and see if it makes any difference. I'll just put this out of the way over here. That'll do. Kill the engine. Tab back to the machine. I suppose I was a bit lazy. I could have hopped out then. Alright, and let's continue. The rest of that should fit in here, and then we've got one other field to get, and that's around over the next estate. Okay, so V3, away we go. So I really should be able to get the rest of this map, sorry, the rest of this field into this trailer. And then I'll take it over on the way, I'll empty it, and we should be in good stead to finish up there. And then I'm going to have a hunt around, see what I got, see what I need. See if we can get that, what do you call that, forage wagon. And if not, I suppose I can begin some field prep. What I will do, actually that's what I'm going to do, made up my mind. After this harvest, or after I've done all my harvest, I should say, be this and one more field, I will open up the what do you call it, landscaping tools, and I'll just smooth off the edge where I tried to extend the field, and I'll see if that makes any difference. And you can see the weeds on this side, because these two fields didn't get the lime, they didn't get the weeds. I think they had stones in it as well, at least one of them did. So yeah, that's the other thing. I wouldn't mind getting some sort of mod to be able to make use of the stones, because you can't sell them. But having said that, I haven't really had a look at the productions, the in-game productions that came with it. There may be a production, maybe like a lime station or something. I think they've had stones before in other mods that, you know, you throw your rocks in there, it comes up and converts it into lime. Not that lime's overly expensive anyway, but I mean, it's something. Personally, I'd rather be able to sell them straight up. There's nothing like just getting cash for whatever, you know. Pretty well. Get a screenshot done too. How about right there, eh? This way around. Whoa, don't want to go there. Pick me up and spit me out the other side. That's pretty good, I reckon. Got to remember I did that. I did that in one of the other episodes and forgot about it, went out and did all my thing, and by the time I remembered I'd already cleared the, you know, because it only holds it in the memory till you save it. And I suppose I could have hopped out and saved it, but I didn't. So I lost it, so then I had to jump in there and load up the game just to make a random, what do you call it, thumbnail 3. should think about getting this, oh no, I was going to say get it serviced, but I'm looking at the blades and the service icon, the blue line. Honestly, it's probably about 99% full okay, so no point. That tractor's starting to... I got a tractor in my other playthrough, it's a Kubota, and I've had it for, it's been the first and only tractor I've bought since I started it, and it's held its own too. I mean, it's done a lot of work. It's done over 200 hours. But I tell you what, it really requires servicing, a lot. It doesn't take long at all for it to be, to the point where it needs servicing. So I'm just about at the stage where I want to get a new tractor. Well, I do, but at the same token, I know what I'm prioritising for my next big buy, and it's going to cost about $750,000. It's a bit of a... It's not just one thing. It's a harvester and it's got a trailer set up with it too, and the combined price is about $750,000. That is for my $1 million crop, which is the poplar. And if you haven't seen it, or it sounds interesting, you want to have a look at it, I have put on the channel. I have put one episode there of my offline gameplay of New Frontier, and yeah, it's highlighting that poplar farm that I've got, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Worth the watch if you're interested, or if you're thinking you want to do a poplar crop. Yeah, definitely watch it. It's and even with this playthrough, the previous, I'm not sure if it's the previous episodes, but at least probably around 2 or 3 episodes ago, I guess. There's a property on the other side of this map that I've laid some poplar down. It's obviously not as big as the crop that I've got on New Frontier, but it's pretty much exactly the same way I set it up, just a much smaller size. Where are we going here? We're just about done this. Oh, look at, really got to keep an eye on that. What do you call it? How much I've got left and the capacity. That's the word I've been trying to spit out all day. Capacity. Yeah. Capacity's starting to fill up. I might just attack that little thing. There's a couple of a little bit of barley left on the other side. I'll see if I can get that. I'll give it one attempt, maybe 1 or 2 attempts. See if I can get it. I hate leaving stuff behind on fields. I mean, it's what you put your heart and soul in this game, Honestly, harvest time is the best part of the whole game. It really is. I love harvesting. No matter how big or small, I love doing it. And even grass, you're always whinging, and you're always whinging and carry on about cutting grass and this and that. And so I do too, for that matter. But then once you get it set up and you're mowing away, I still enjoy doing that. But obviously, when it comes to this sort of stuff, this is by far where my preference lies. Finishing off the fields. I just want to see if I can get these 2 pieces. I've tried it pretty much at 90 degrees, so I'm trying different angles. Even moving it, turning it while I'm trying to cut it seemed to work. Not sure if I got it. No, I thought I did get it for a second. One more time. If it doesn't, it's going to get ploughed. No, didn't get it. I can still see it. Right, okay, I'm not going to waste any more time with it. Yeah, I'm going to empty this out. I might have to empty it out twice actually, because I want to empty this harvester. I don't want to start the harvester with half a tank of grain in it, because I think it's a fairly, what am I doing? It's a fairly decent sized field. I've noticed this filling of the trailer is a new thing too. I've never paid a lot of attention to it. Before you'd have to jump into the tractor like that to see the capacity, but it was actually showing it on the what do you call it? You could see the capacity icon while sitting in the harvester of the actual trailer. Right, I'm going to go back and empty this, and then I'm going to park it local to the road so I can empty the harvester before I do my final field. This, ladies and gents, is a couple of well harvested fields. Alright. Later on in the playthrough, when I do have, you know, quite a few fields and this and that, I'm more than likely going to convert one of the fields on the other side of the map to be some sort of storage yard with sheds and that for all the vehicles, because I am going to, no doubt I'm going to end up with a whole heap of vehicles and they're not all going to be stored here. I mean, although it's, you know, it's ironic that there's heaps of storage here. Majority of the storage that I'm using is too small for the stuff. For instance, even here the mower don't fit. I'm not sure if there's a place for the harvester to fit. There's something else I've probably had and sold that didn't fit any of the which is fine, because the general, you know, it's normally fine because this map here it's not a huge map and you wouldn't need huge vehicles as such, so that, you know, you could, but for a convenience of having two storage yards, so I'm not continually driving from one end side of the map to the other, I'll be populating one of the fields to be converted into a some sort of storage area. You know, put a couple, 2 or 3 decent size what do you call it? Sheds. I'm just trying to think. That's not hydrant, is it? Okay, I'm looking to park right in front of the hydrant. Just want to get back to the harvester if I can. What am I doing? Pressing the wrong button. Right. How much have I got? So I better pick up the trailer, I guess. Which way do I come? I come in this way, didn't I? What happened there? I saw the trigger come up. Up here for a second. It looked like a whole heap of stuff that hadn't been harvested. It was up here. No, it's been harvested. It was just an optical illusion. Alright, now. I really should take the header off, but since there's no traffic and I'm just going down here. Maybe I'll put it just here, put it on. Actually, what I could do is which side to put the header back on. I'm not sure if it makes a difference. I don't usually use these style of harvesters with the headers being towed. I can't remember if it's universal. It somehow didn't feel like it stuck. Again, it's on. Oh, they clicked it, so I don't think it really matters. I deliberately put it on the other way this time, just to see if I should come creeping up to me. I've got to get right round. Slow turning old dog, this one. Now what I'll do is I'm not going to empty the harvester, I'm just going to drive it straight into the silo. But I am going to connect this up, sort of pull it along. I'm just going to go down the side. So for this trailer, it's pretty wayward, I'm telling you. Okay, I might just drop the trailer off here, so I can keep it out of the way. That'll do it. Now if I go that way, just reverse it straight in here. I can reverse it straight back in here. We don't have sliding doors on these sheds. Right. I might not to do this again. I think putting the trailers can definitely be the way to do it. There's maybe something like that. That'll do it. Almost in. Right. Okay. Pretty impressive trailer, isn't it? Hey? It's a ripper. Oh, I can't see anything. That's alright. I thought he was in my way for a second. And the old news kind of spent staring at my nice trailer. Yeah, straighten her up here a little bit. There we go. Is that it? Yeah, okay, let's go. I might just leave the trailer there. I may not even need it. Because the other field is just up here. As soon as you see a spectacle of gold on the left, yeah, that'll be our field. I'm pretty sure it was ready. From memory, everything was gold. I can't see it just yet, but I know it's out there. There we go. It's coming into view now. So we'll come out here. See if I can put the header in a decent spot where it's not going to be in the way. Maybe just here between these two trees, I reckon. So we just plonk it off there, get you around to turn it around. And we got him. Right, wow, this is not going to take too long, I don't think. Not going to worry about doing headers. Okay, drop it down, let's go. Let's go. No rain? Oh, there is rain. Okay. Now the race is on. Maybe I should jump in the cabin. Jump into the cabin. That way, I know. I hate the way I do that, and I've got to readjust the front view. Oh no, that's good. So if I reverse, I've got to readjust. That way, if I need to jump into the cabin, I can tell instantly if it's raining, because sometimes from this view, it's hard to see if it's raining or not. Usually with the tractors, they've got a rear wiper. You can see the wiper on the rear window going, but it's not the case for this harvester. So I might just every now and again just jump in and out and see if the windscreen wiper. Oh well, there you go. Press the wrong button. Oh my gosh. Oh well. Oh wow. Off and away. Well, that was the view I tried to get. Again. And you can see the wipers if it's raining. But there you go, I knew I'd do it. And that proves that I've got crop destruction on. Oh boy. So that's going to put a nice patch in the fertilising. Let's have a look. Where's the fertilising? Here. See, when I go over, I think it's going to create a... Now is that down? I think it's down. I'll just drive up a bit and I'll have another look at it in a second. Okay, let's see if it's marked my fertilising. Yeah, see, it's messed it up a bit. That's the crop damage. Ah well. Let's see. That's what happens when you have C and V together. One's there for the in-cabin view and the other one's lift your header up. And I tried to get an in-cabin view and all I did was raise the header and then I drove straight over the crop, and that's how I messed it up. I ran straight over the crop with the header up in the air. Okay, continue. I'm sorry about that, and I really am. I'm kicking myself for that one. Oh well, I mean, in real life nothing can be perfect, so that's why I've got to look at it. Oh boy, so what's the time now? It's 11 o'clock. I find, could be wrong, but I find the the days are pretty much locked into the way they work. For instance, we're in July now, and if I've always got these crops to harvest in July on this particular day being July, I'm pretty sure you still get the same sunshine, and because it says sunshine and rain there, you get the same deal every time. So whenever I've got multiple crops, it becomes a bit of a, I find it become a bit of a, really got to sit down and work out what days, what months you're going to be planting, so you can line up what days you're going to be harvesting. You know, if you get a day that's going to be, say, 10 hours of rain, somebody gets those days that sometimes just seem to rain all day, you want to make sure that on that day you've got small crops, you know, or one decent sized crop that can be done within that time frame, so you're not having to rely on trying to get it harvested while the rain's on, because if you do that you're going to be losing value anyway. Yeah, I think you know what I mean. Far out, I'm annoyed at that, what I did here. Two little triangle peaks right there to the left, that's the crop damage. And yeah, kind of annoyed at myself for that. Looks like I may have to bring the tractor down. It was 54%. That's only really, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to bring the tractor over. Oh man, really messed that up, didn't I? Actually, this feels bigger than I thought. I didn't think it was overly big. Well, not that it is, but I didn't think it was this big. I thought it was a lot smaller. This is a fair size block of land, parchment of land, or whatever you want to call it, field. It's a fairly decent size. I wonder if I can chop that tree down. Not that I'm going to, but I'm curious. No. I wouldn't have chopped that one down, for the record. But I was just, the only reason why I was trying to work out if I could or not, to me it'd be defining where my boundaries are. So, blades down, let's go. So 68%. I can't believe I did that. Well, I can't believe I did it. Just annoyed at myself for doing it. Yeah, after I get this harvested, I was I'm not going to muck around. I will be wrapping it up after this harvester. I'll just have a quick hunt around, seeing if it's feasible to sell the lettuces, which I don't think it is. I'll just do the rounds on the farm, see what value's there, see if the honey's there, see what sort of, how much wool I've got. I may move a couple of those lettuce crates, those lettuce pellets out of the way. I've got to keep an eye on that. I think I'm just going to park it up the end of this line and bring the tractor over to empty this, because I'm not even sure if we're going to make it to the end here. Seems to be filling up pretty quick. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but I've just got to plan it so 91%. We're getting close to the end. Yeah, maybe. I suppose I could go inland a bit and do a half the size of the header. There we go, I got to start it up now. Oh yeah, I'm just going to tip it toe, and I'm just going to stop it. I'm not going to muck around. I don't want to frog it up again. Okay, this is bring this up here. So get in and out of that. Right. I was hoping I didn't have to bring the trailer around, but yeah, it certainly wasn't the case. I notice there's not much traffic around these days. I mean, it's there, but it's not as wild as it has been in the past. Some days it's just incredible. Seems to be a lot more spaced out on today. Maybe they're running for cover from the rain. Maybe they know something that I don't. Right, now where are we? As in, where's the harvester lined up? Okay. I'm going to try and line it up as best I can. Yeah, so you're looking at the filling, if I jump into the harvester now, if you look under where the dollars are, I think, oh no, sorry, above where the, what was that doing? Okay, maybe it only applies to it, yeah, you can see the trailer, that's what I'm trying to see, the trailer filling up down the bottom, on the bottom right hand corner. I'm not in the tractor, am I? I am in the tractor, okay. Maybe I'm full of rubbish. For some reason I thought while I was in the harvester I could see the fill rate of the tractor while I was in the harvester, but scrap that. Maybe it was just simply because I was in the tractor. I didn't realise it. Alright, let's finish this off. Let's get cracking. Let's bring it back a bit. Now we got it down 3. Should be able to. I'm hoping we can fill it all in between us. I mean, it's going to be a full trailer, and it's probably going to be close to a full harvester for the one field. I think we're going to get there. But no, I emptied the harvester. Yeah. No, I thought for a minute I had some grain from field 2, but no, I took the harvester in and I emptied it at the silo. So this will give us a fair indication of how big this field is. At least I don't have to worry about on this field, worry about the mistakes I made on the other, on number, I think it was field number 1. I've trying to extend it. Having said that, I think I had issues with fertilising this field for some reason. It wasn't taking the fertiliser from memory, so I'm going to have to. Yeah, I'm not going to dive into. I was going to dive into fertilising and start prepping the field straight away. I'll leave that for the next episode because this has been a fairly decent length one, and to do the fertilising, you know, that'll be another episode. Because I really don't want to, at the same token, I really don't want to like end it here with that much of the harvest left, and then start the episode with finishing finishing a field that's half already harvested. So yeah, I know I could speed it up. I've actually bought the software. I have been mucking around with it a little bit. I've had a bit of success, but I haven't had enough success to start putting everything the way I want it yet. Not that efficient at it at the moment. I'm still learning the ropes. And it's a very powerful bit of software, but you know, I'm really, it's going to take a bit for me to get my head around it. I'm not going to lie, it is. But when I, you know, it's like anything. Once anything's easy when you know how, and it's just getting that to the point where you know how. That's where I'm at. There's a lot to learn. This is probably, I don't know if it is, but it seems like it's going to be my longest episode yet. I think one of the longest episodes was an hour and 40 minutes. I think this is going to be a 2-hour mark. I got no way of checking it right now, and I really haven't, so it's just guesswork. I usually guesstimate videos around the 1 minute 40, just my natural inborn clock. But it feels really strange. I think we're going to go past it. We may have even already gone past it now. Oh, yeah, just got to make sure. I was just checking the capacity and thinking, here I'm waffling away. Yeah, I can't laugh because I'm not finished yet. But I think I'll start emptying this trailer. Yeah, I might even empty this at the end of this line. Just to make sure I don't do it, give myself as much opportunity not to do it as possible. Oh, up to 68%. Yeah, I'm just gonna, as soon as I finish this bit, I'm gonna unload the rest of the trailer. Carry on, that way I shouldn't frog it up. Right, okay, lift it up in the air, turn the motor off. Where's the trailer? Which is the best way? I could even pull the pipe out a bit early. Save a bit of time. And just, there we go, that'll do it. How much can I get in there? Get it under 50, oh nice, good job. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right, okay, well, it's going to be close. I may even have more than the capacity of this harvester because, you know, it's probably got close to 30% I guess in there. Yeah, 32%, there you go. So it's going to be interesting. I think I should be able to, well, I'm not so sure, because that's probably 3 lines and they're fairly long lines. Alright, we're at 32%. I'm going to see if I can work this out. There's probably 3 lines there. So B, and 3. By the time I get to the end of this line, if it's less than 10% gone up, so if it's less than, say, 42%, if it's around there, then I've got a chance. But if it's well over 10%, you know, like 43%, 44% by the time we've done this one line, yeah, I'm probably going to have to go and empty something first to finish it. Let's see. Holy heck, we started 32%, we're 45 now, so yeah, I don't like the chances maybe. Oh, actually, it all depends, because it's gone from 30 to 40, 50. So if I finished at 60%, that's 30%, so 60, 90. Yeah, I think we're going to be pushing. I think we have to empty something. I don't think we're going to fit it all in now. Just the way the maths was going in the back of my head. So we're up to 60% now. There's no way none we're going to be able to. I'm going to have to go and empty the trailer, I think, first up, and then bring it back. At least I won't have to manoeuvre the harvester around. Right. I'll give this harvester a nice clean too when I get back. So what do we got? 32%, 30, 40. That's like 30%. So another 30%. We'll be into the 90s by the time we get. I don't even think we're going to make this run up here to the top of the hill. I don't even think we're going to make it. We're probably going to get to about 3/4 ways up there. Drop it. So I'm harvesting it. I've got to. Just going to be a little bit quieter now because I'm really starting to concentrate on this. I do not want to run over my crop again like I did before. Once is bad enough, twice is unforgivable. Okay, 74. Let's do this. You know, it's given me a good size considering I really had issues with it. What we call it, fertilising stage. I really did have issues. It's 82%. Yeah, I'm going to be lucky even. I don't even think I'm going to have enough capacity to finish this line off. I mean, we're going to be in the 90% pretty soon. When I get to 95%, I'll have a bit more of a closer look at how things are going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to call the. Let's get to there. That's close enough in my books. Oh, of course, the trailer's full. That's why. That's really why it wasn't coming out. Okay, we're going to empty the trailer now. Let's go. Could go down that way. 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. This way. Actually, this is probably a quicker way anyway. I went round the other way. But then again, I've got to drive all the way down the road past the shop to get there. Don't be anyone coming. I didn't really look that time. Yeah, 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. Bit laggy there. Not with the tractor. I could see the sheep trying to go for a bit of a walk, and sheep in the distance, like they're lagging a bit. Come on, folks, just watch out for the trailer here, peoples. Big trailer. Big trailer. can have a good amount of barley, but I reckon. Get it all in there. Yeah, quickly before the other thing is it hasn't started raining yet too. That's the other thing I gotta, you know, can't muck around too much with that. I was looking at the equipment, thinking that I could sell, and I could, something to buy the forage harvester, but I'm at a stage where I don't want to be selling any more stuff at the moment because I don't like doing that. The only reason why I did sell it in the first couple of episodes is simply because it's just, A, it was stuff that I didn't need or ever use, and B, I was actually being charged for having it, so that's the only reason why I sold it out. Now I notice there's a, my, what do you call it, my planter, my sapling planter. I don't probably really need it anymore. Certainly not in the short term. I could probably sell that for $15,000-$20,000. But I don't want to. I don't, because it's something that I, you know, that I have used, and it's, you know, just wasn't sitting there getting dust. I'm going to hang on to it because, you know, this is going to be a big playthrough. Who knows? Maybe I'm going to need to make some, you know, trees for some productions or whatever. Actually, I might just kill the engine and the tractor. It doesn't need to be on at the moment. So I haven't got too much to go now. That'll be good. You know, I don't think I'm even going to frig around with the lettuces after this harvest. I'm just going to get the equipment back, give them a hose, and the next episode I can have a look at the lettuces, have a look what needs to be done, and then do it. Okay, so let's just get this done and dusted. Be good to give the harvester a bit of a clean, put it away. Clever way it leaves a print behind on the concrete there. That's cool. That's very cool. I saw, actually, well, I'm wondering, hang on, let me get myself together. I saw a mod that looks really interesting. I am going to download, I just sort of forgot about it. I would have actually downloaded this mod. And that's, although I'm not sure if I'll actually use it in this particular playthrough, because everything's pretty much set up anyway, but definitely for my new frontier. It was a mod for making like goat tracks and paths, and I'm not sure about roads, but you know, which would be absolutely perfect for the for my playthrough that I'm doing, because you know, there's nothing there, there's no roads, and I'm already on pencil designing roads to separate different areas, and that would just be absolutely perfect for it. So I'm definitely going to have a look at that, and like I said, I haven't really looked at it, but who knows, maybe I could use it in this playthrough. The difference for this playthrough, of course, is everything's pretty much done. You know, all the roads are there, everything's established. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm certainly get it all in, but I'm just going to louse it up if I do. Yeah. Wow. Yes, it doesn't look that big, but it's actually a fairly decent size. Now, to bring in perspective of the poplar field that I'm playing on the new Foundations map, if you could imagine this one field here maybe being four times as big, that'll give you the size of my poplar crop. And it might even be bigger. It's a huge thing. I've got a trailer that I'm using. It's a 56,000 something litre trailer, and even that's nowhere big enough. I mean, it's probably about the biggest I can get at the moment. I'm already looking on hubs for a bigger capacity one, but the trouble is it's poplar, it's not grain. So I really am limited to what trailers can even carry poplar. But yeah. So if you go to my channel and you are interested and you watch that the one clip, I think it's just titled up $1 million crop. You'll see my setup and you'll see the trailer that I'm talking about. I think from memory it might be a Straussman. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just trying to picture in the head. I've had it so I sort of stopped looking at the brand of it, but you know, definitely a good setup. But I still need something probably 3 times as big, capacity wise, and that's possibly not possibly. That was what I was talking about before. It's going to be my next purchase. I've got something lined up. I can't even think of it offhand. I've got it written down. But that with the cutter, I'm looking at a minimum of about $750,000. I'll just put this back on. This episode's pretty much just about done and dusted now. I'm just going to be basically heading back to the farm. Give these guys a clean up. I have to drop it, didn't I? Cool. Did that work? No, it didn't, I think. Yes, okay, it corrected itself. Yeah, once upon a time you had to line it up, lower it, and then drop it, but they've actually really made this a lot simpler than it used to be. It's got like magnets now. You just sort of. I was doing it the old school way, but like I said, I don't usually use these style headers and harvesters and headers. I mean, but for a map like this, I think it's pretty much essential to the amount of, like, even right now, the amount of tight turning around to get in and off fields. Even I probably shouldn't be coming down out of someone's driveway. Yeah, you couldn't do that with a conventional setup. Now I'm just trying to think where the trailer is. The tractor and trailer. They're probably still in the field somewhere. Sorry, I'm daydreaming. I'm just thinking I've got to empty this somehow. I've got a trailer on the back, and I've got to wash it. So, you know, if I could. That trailer is just steering me at the moment. Oh boy, here comes some peak hour traffic, pedestrian-wise. Come on, mate. Blue 2, I've given you no joy today, have I? Give me a moment, I'll give you a bowl full of goodies. I haven't forgotten about you, mate. You get a big load of food today. Give you a wash too if you come out here. Hey, I'll give you a wash as well. Yeah, you didn't like that, did you? I don't like getting wet. Come on, mate, get away from the tyres, you know the drill. Again, the trailer is actually steering it. Okay, just want to give this a bit of a clean. I know you can actually, I should actually drive it up here so range is not a problem. Yeah, I should actually do that, you know. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the trailer from here. Oh, come on. Sweet. I'll do that. Yeah. Drive it up like a car. Maybe just put it here. Alright. That'll probably give me a bit of range. Yeah, got a bit of range on it now. think this is about as far as it's about as far as I can go, is right there. Oh my god, that still looks a bit grotty. The trailer, you actually can see the droplets of water. I don't know if you can see that through the rendering, but trust me, you can see droplets of water from the hose. That's cool. Love that. That's a great addition. Alright, that's pretty much it for here, for the harvester. Let's just go and get it parked. Hang on. Right now. Let's see if I can just straighten this trailer out a bit. See, I'm almost being, I'm still being driven by this tractor. It's almost I'm going sideways as I'm trying. I got it full locked. It's just, man, it is jamming me up. We have to disconnect it, I think. Take the other way. So a bit of room. Yeah, that was, might get the tractor to pull that in actually, there's an idea. It's a great idea, it's pretty tight. Put the harvester in here. Even if I put the header in the other one, it's pretty hard to see that thing. Wish I could change the colour of it. Oh, these aren't that great. Not as good as they used to be. Alright, that'll do. Right, so I'll get this one back. Come on, let's go. Let's go, sunshine. I'm deliberately holding back to see how much grain we got because I really want to see it in one hit. I haven't made a recording for field 1 how much I got out of it. That'll be a good comparison to see what, after I've, for next time, I'm going to race you, mate. I can't afford the time off. Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. Now what are you going to do? Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's being childish there, I guess. Oh, no. Yeah, after the next harvest, the field will be properly prepared, and you got the honey, you got fertiliser, the lime, the stones. It'll be everything bar the mulching. That's the only thing I'm not going to bother with. I don't think. I've never really bothered. I've tried it once and did all the right things, and it works, but it's just not worth it for the effort you put into it and money you spend. More than anything, it just takes time. Once you get to the point where you're getting that fanatical about your fields, you haven't got time to worry about a bloody mulcher. If it's a couple of fields, small time farming, absolutely, but that's just the way I think about it. What am I doing? I got to go get the header trailer, but I want to just back this trailer in over here. Not enough room. How much? Yeah, get in there. Come on, keep going. How much far have we got? There we go. There we got you. That'll do. Trailer. I could have given the trailer a wipe down, but it hasn't really done the work of the tractor. I wonder if I can hitch it from the front. I think I can actually. There appears to be a pin hitch there, so I might give that a shot later. No, okay, I opt in it. Okay, let's say what. I'm not that far away from it. Yeah, here we go. Clean the old tractor up. It's done a lot of work. Get the forks clean too. I'll just get the tractor up to scratch. A little bit more for the tractor. Now see if we can some of these forks. Forks always seem to get left out, I think. See people always watching their tractors. I've never seen too many people cleaning the forks. Still an essential part of the tractor. Get this bit of a hosing too. Alright, how's that? That's good enough for me, I reckon. We probably nailed it. Right, okay, I'm going to see if I can grab this from the front. I think the forks are going to create too much of a problem. Give it a good enough angle. How far away am I? I think maybe I can't. That's just the last thing I wanted to do. I might just give it a bit of a nudge with my forks. See if I can straighten around a bit. Gentle, gentle, gentle. That'll probably do it. No. Thought I cleared you. Oh, I cleared the bottom of it. Righto. Look how sparkly clean it is, eh? There we go. We got him now. If I can steer this back into the side, I'll be right. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for sticking by me, rough and ready through this episode. I know, I won't say it was a grind, but I know it's a lot of the same thing, but essentially this is the most important part of the whole series, is actually the harvest. And although it wasn't a huge one, it was certainly a decent effort. And unfortunately it took up the majority of the episodes, but next episode, more of the same. Okay, now it's coming along. More of the same, but we'll be doing a lot more field work next episode, and hopefully next episode I'll get that that wagon, the forage wagon, so we can maybe do a big silage run. 1,000. And what's that? That one's just starting out, I think. That's 400 kilos. This is 69 kilos. 400 litres. Okay, so the second bale on this pallet mustn't spawn until it actually hits 500. We're not far from 500. So it doesn't look it, but it's just about half a pallet there. So we're doing all right. I'll just quickly check the animals too, just to make sure they got feed. Yep, they'll give me something to do next episode. And the greenhouses, yeah, they've still got plenty of water, but they'll get topped up too. Anyway, thank you very much, and yeah, bye for now.